welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name's Kate. Today, I am doing my October wrap-up, which I only finished 2 books. I am currently almost done with a third, but I didn't finish it. I haven't finished it. So the first book, this is gonna be short and sweet. I guess we can, talk about the jersey I'm wearing. For a quick second. The A is almost an armpit for some reason. Kirill Kaprizov. I don't think I've made a video since this happened, or I haven't talked about it. Kirill Kaprizov was made alternate captain for the Minnesota Wild, and I finally bought my first Wild jersey. It's not my first jersey, but it's my first Wild jersey, and I'm happy. They lost tonight. So did the Oilers. So that stinks. That sucks. Anyways, that is your hockey update for the day. I'm just wearing a hockey jersey, so just it was on the mind. And the game ended not too long ago. But anyways, so first book I read. I'm just scatterbrained apparently. First book I read was Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This came out this year, and I was super hyped for it because it's a ghost hunting book, but it's mixed media. So this is basically written in diary format. So they write out what's happening in diary format, but it's also written out it's it's not necessarily a script, but it's written out like a script, as a TV show, reality TV show would write out this is what happened in the episode. And this is following this group who are headed by a husband and wife. The wife is very scientific minded, and she wants to get the proof of ghosts, but she's also a skeptic, whereas her husband is very much a believer in the ghosts. Then we have Jessica, who is a actress, but she's just kind of there. She's a paid actress, basically. But she's a part of the team. She's cool. Then we have our cameraman and our tech guy, who are there as well. And if you have seen the movie Grave Encounters, the first one, this movie, or this book, really, especially towards the end, gives the same vibes. Grave Encounters. I think that if you liked Grave Encounters, I think you're going to like episode 13, where that's in a mental hospital, an abandoned mental hospital. This one is set in a house where in the 70s they did some weird paranormal experiments. And it gets weird. And it gets weird very quickly. Especially when they start talking to one of the people who were part of the experiment. And these experiments were voluntary. I don't think they fully realized what was happening, what they were doing. But it messed this dude up. He was one of the few who made it towards the end of the experiments. At one point, a bunch of them got cut off in the experiment. I think they were just we didn't really get an explanation of those people, of what happened with them, if they were okay. I assume so, because this guy was allowed to leave and go. But it did mess him up. It messed him up pretty badly. The experiment that happened, and it's weird, and it's paranormal, and it's very normal in its setup of like, okay, we're ghost hunting, we're figuring this house, and the house is kind of a living thing in itself, and it's in that way it's very similar to Grave Encounters, where the mental hospital kind of also had a mind of its own. I don't want to spoil Grave Encounters if you haven't seen it. It's a great movie, has some great scares. If you like horror, go for it. It's a weird movie. The second one also it's very weird too. Both movies are very weird. But yeah, other the ending, I don't really know what to make of the ending. I don't know. I really don't know. It's something. It's definitely something. But I ended up giving it 5 stars. I really did enjoy this book. This was fun. I wanted more books. One more ghost hunting books like this. And I would love to hear some recommendations about books that follow ghost hunters. And then the other book I read this month was All of Us Villains, and this is by Amanda Foody and Christine Lynn Herman. This is about 7 families who, every I can't remember however long, they name a champion from their family to compete in this tournament to get high magic for their family. This is very Hunger Games. It's very Hunger Games-esque. But the champions, to an extent, can choose to be a part of it. And they kind of grow up... My hair. They kind of grow up, like, knowing or wanting this, wanting to be a part of this, wanting the fame, the fortune, what have you. And they decide, a bunch of them decide they're going to take down the tournament. They decide, like, okay, we don't want to die. We don't have to die. It's just, it seems like it's being forced upon us to kill each other. And they kind of decide they don't want to do it and try and take down the tournament from the inside. And it's really good. I really enjoyed this. I know it's a duology, so I will be reading the sequel, as I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the relationships, I enjoyed the setup, I enjoyed that these characters are morally gray. They call each other out on their crap, and I'm like, yeah, no one just gets away with the dirty things that they do, and I enjoy it so much. They're morally gray, and I love that. I love that. So I gave it 5 stars, and will be reading the sequel. I am currently reading Red Dragon. This, I can't remember who it's by, but it is the first book with Hannibal Lecter in it. It's okay. It's a high-rated horror, and I'm just like, it's okay. It's not bad. I don't think it's necessarily the horror that I typically like, but it's okay. But yeah, that has been it. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.